Welcome back to Urban Cowboy Disc Golf. I am playing round 2 at the SPCO Open number 11, and first round pretty decent. Missed a lot of putts. That 55% putting was really hurting me, but was all around okay with my round. Just missed those opportunities. But here we go. I actually am starting on the same hole. I'm on the lead card today, so happy with it. We have what is it? It's like a 200-foot hole, a little over 200 feet, and I just fade out late. I could have zoomed in. I'm short and I fade out late, but I have an outside circle look. That goes in, and I'm just like, okay, wow, good first hole of the round, and excited about this. This one is almost a always get for me. If I hit this right, which sometimes I just don't put it left enough, aiming at this like the third tree on the left, it normally will just go where it needs to. Or if I put too much hyzer on it, I put a little bit too much juice on it, it skips long, but it was almost in the basket. Then we're looking at just a 30-foot putt, second putt of the day, and it's second long putt, or second putt of the round. And cashed that one into. I was like, wow, I'm just starting really good. So same as last hole, except you're throwing into a bowl, and normally there's a strong left or right. Not as strong today. I don't think there was very much at all. So I definitely hung that out wide enough. You almost don't see it because I decided to stick my fat butt in the middle of the way. But that is absolutely parked. My light blue disc sitting there. That Spur 9-speed, kind of a Firebird clone from Lone Star. And just tap it on out. The guy right next to me is a lefty. So he threw his own backhand and got just a slight bit closer than me. And we got this hole again, which scared me last time. And yeah, I turned it over a little bit, and it scared me again. But I get a good little skip. I get over there, and I've got like a just outside the circle look, or no, just inside the circle look. Again, another 30-footer. So this is 3 30-footers in a row, almost, if not longer. And I cashed that one. I was like, okay, my putting's doing a lot better than the last round. Here we got 16 and 17, technically, from the regular course. And throwing this forehand like I always do, just want to put a little hyzer on it. And one of the mistakes in my game, one of the biggest mistakes I have in my game, is when I try to put angles on things, I seem to lean backwards or lean forwards, and leaning backwards just puts it in the sky like I did right there. So now I'm in the woods slightly, kind of putting from what looks like an annoying position. I got a branch in my face, and I'm just outside the circle, probably like a 45, 50-footer. I let it go, and it's just a little left, and that's going to be the rest of my putting pretty much. If it doesn't go in, it's just gonna like fade out right before it needs to on the left side. And then we've got basically the same exact hole, a little bit longer. So I throw the Spur again. And I want to say I hit this one a little better than I wanted, a little better than the last round, but not as good as I really can throw it. I really should throw it flatter and higher so it has that time to spike. So I threw it too much hyzer, still ended up in the woods, but I bounced into the woods instead of like just landing in the woods. I'm right on the edge. No one's blocking the putt from this one, so it looks good. I've just got a little straddle out. Last round I cashed this from further. And this one, like I said, just like the last one, it just kind of fell short and left. Last round I had an issue with this hole. I overturned it. I got over top of it and it ended up way right. Almost went OB right. This time I hit it exactly how I wanted to touch a hyzer on a flip-up disc and let it carry and just kind of slow itself down to get right near the basket. So this was like a 20-footer, 15-footer. Was super happy with this. So there we go. We're back in the putting. I put it more center this time. Still a little low. So this is hole 18 on this, 300 feet uphill. It's a fairly straightforward hole. Just slap it on a hyzer a little bit, have it flip up the straight, and then fade out. And I pretty much did a little bit too much hyzer. That's my only mistake. Maybe a little too high. Ended up on the left side of the ditch with a long putt. And the long putt's not that hard, but once again, this one's kind of like I don't want to leave it short. But I still end up, I chained out left. So at least I hit chains on the left, but it's still just, I need to hit that more right. Hole 1, like 320 up this hill, plays like 350. And I chicken out almost every time on this hole because this felt like a headwind. So I grabbed my more stable disc and just put it on the hyzer again. I really just need to throw this flat and trust the disc. But what can you do? Every time, at least I was in a better position this time. Instead of being like having to backhand from a weird position, like hurt my thighs. This time, I had no chance to birdie it, but I had a better chance to at least par it. Going on to hole 2, we've got this double mando about 100 feet off the hole. Easy enough, but still just got to make that gap. And the issue is, I did not make the gap. I kind of turned my wrist a little bit. I should have released it more on hyzer, but I did not miss the mando, so there's the mando directly ahead of where I am. I'm going to joke with the guys that I might miss this mando.
I know you can.
Yeah, run it.
No, I'm just saying the mando.
Oh, no, you're on camera. You got
I
to
you make the mando from there.
Run the mando.
But yep, it's just a straightforward shot. Once again, I kind of yank it left and sail it through, thankfully a gap, and end up with like a 25-footer of a hill straddle out putt. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which way I wanted to go, but it really didn't make any sense for me to go to the right side because if I put hyzer on that putt and miss, it's going to roll into the field behind me. So it'll be a guaranteed bogey and guaranteed double bogey at that point. So I needed to make this ante putt right here. And since I didn't want to bang the cage, I threw it a little harder with that ante too. So this is probably my best shot I've ever thrown on this hole. And I'm just like, wow, that was so good. Except for the fact that like the pine needles ate it. And it must have hit a tree right there at the top. You want to be in the air when you pass that stump on the right or in between these two trees, but must have hit the tree and just dropped straight down. And the pine straw just caught me perfectly. So annoying. But we've got just a 30-footer, and I tried to run it, but it's just too scary. I bogeyed this last time. I parred it this time. So beyond that, we're out here again at this hole. Par 4, playing across this field up to the left side of this row of pine trees, and you're just releasing it with as much power as you possibly can. I throw the forehand because I don't really trust my backhand turnover right now, but I do trust the disc to go as far, and I was the longest drive on this hole for the lead card, but they had other things going on. I grab a Houston, which is my overstable mid, throw it way out there, and then I was like, okay, actually that looks pretty good. And then I was like, oh, please sit down. So I got another 20-footer, 15, 25-footer to try to get my birdie on this par 4 that I somehow cashed last time with like a 30-foot putt. So knocked that one down. Going into my next bogey hole from last round. So I was like, so I grabbed my more stable curl. This one's not going to flip up and go way left. But I also think I was thinking way too hard about this hole. What I ended up doing, you can just watch and see. You can see how much angle I put on that. It was so much hyzer, and this is a skippy place if you're throwing it hard. So it fell that hill and just skipped forever, and I'm still short. I just should have trusted, just put a little more hyzer on the flippy disc. Hole 5B, one of the 2 temp holes. This was just insane. The left to right wind was finally hitting strong, and then I threw too much height on this disc, and it just went down the hill. And like it's got the 2-tiered system, and I am on that second tier. And I'm 30 feet away, putting into a headwind. And I make the dumb mistake. If you don't give it enough power to get it there, it's not going to get there. So we're looking at the hole that I almost perfectly threw last time. I was like, oh, well, grab that prickly pear and just do the same thing twice. It had been a minute since I'd thrown the backhand perfectly, and I just early released that one. I think I hit my chest with it, and I parred that hole. So this is where my biggest mistake of the round, but somehow I don't really suffer from it. But biggest mistake of my round was I suspected the headwind was going to flip up my disc, so I threw a lot of hyzer on it. And guess what? When you throw a lot of hyzer on something, sometimes it doesn't flip all the way over. I missed that Mando by a mile. I was on this Mando up here, where it's actually located on the last hole's blue tee, and somehow just make this the best shot of my life. You can't see me because I'm mad, so I just set it up quickly. But it's the way down there on the right through this bunch of trees. Here's me lining up the shot. When I throw it, I have no idea. Oh, there it goes. And it was just like the best shot of the entire round. Skips off the mound right there to par. For the par. So, I don't get punished for it. Now, I'll tell you right now, I am actually kind of mad. I missed the drive off of this. This is where my drive landed. Where I'm throwing from right now. Now, the second shot right there, that shot that I caught on camera didn't look great. But that first shot was beautiful. So we're looking at, I'm lying 3. So all I got to do is get this up and down, and I can get my par, which is 2 strokes better than I had on the last hole. And that is the best possible scenario for me. I don't think, if I hit that last throw right, which I hit this one perfectly. I even hit the concrete. If I hit that last throw right, I could have gotten a birdie and been 3 strokes better. But like that would have been a 1 in a million throw, just like the last throw was on the first off the tee of this one. So going into the third to last hole is that hole that is a different layout. This is technically 9's tee going to 10's basket, but like we changed the tee location, and we're playing to 10's basket, and then we'll go up to 11 and play 12. And last time I threw the forehand, it actually landed next to that tree, 30 feet off the pin, but this time I yank it left, grip lock, it turns over, it hits the tree. I am not even 150 feet off the tee.
Did
you just throw it up?
So now I've got an upshot, and I tell you right now, I was not in a good mood because I was like, man, I just had a really good shot, but this forehand had screwed me up. My forehand was just, I was getting tired at this point. Old 33-year-old man, just, yeah. And then I early release it because I didn't put any rotation on nothing, didn't fully extend, so I put that up and tapped out for a bogey. So bogeying at the third to last hole, and here I go, just trying to make sure I don't do something stupid and try to birdie this one, because I didn't birdie this one last time, and it's an easy birdie if you just play it the right way. If you go aggressive, you get the same result. Unless I have 450 feet worth of a forehand, and I don't think I'm getting the eagle. But crashing into the hill, whatever way you want to, I was really high up on the hill. So it was really a goofy shot for me, but I should have thrown it a little flatter, but it didn't matter. It's just a forehand in with my copperhead, my little approach disc. And I put all the hyzer in the world on it and didn't aim it left enough for that kind of hyzer. If I'd have just thrown it flat, I think I wasn't paying attention to the hill. So I don't even think I have the basket in
Did he even,
frame.
No, I was like, is he even like what he wants?
Run over here. My wife,
I was like,
who
is he even want anything
wonderfully
he
helped me out,
wants?
at least put it in frame.
You
And I was looking for my disc.
He can do the
Or no, I wasn't looking for it. I was going to try to go ahead and be like, yo, I'm stupid, and I need to put my knee on the ground to try to make this putt. And it's 30-footer, or maybe even outside. And I was like, second to last hole, It's an easy par 4, and I'm missing it. And right on line, just hit the basket. I mean, just hit the band. And I was just like, well, at least it wasn't low. I put that in, tap it out for my par. The last hole of the round, and I put that in on the top of the hill, and then it rolls into the woods, and I have to play in the woods. So this is me just going into the woods to try to toss this out. This big bunch of branches in here to the right side of the camera, just absolutely in my way. I had to throw a forehand with a lot of hyzer out just to even get a chance at my par. But hey, what can you do? Last hole of the round, I couldn't exactly get that CTP any better. So, and throughout the entire round, nobody did end up winning that CTP but me. So thanks for watching the round 2 of the SPC Open 11. Like and subscribe on the video. I was very happy with this round, except for the last couple of little hits. So started off really strong, and my wife is laughing at me while I try to record this last little bit. It's hilarious. But I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Bye.